Hi guys, welcome back to the Visual Builder Cloud Service Training Program. So this video is part of lesson 4 and here we are going to look at how to create service connection with Oracle integration and then how to kick off Oracle integration from VBCS page. So the VBCS allow a seamless connection with Oracle integration without making a external connection with Oracle integration. So whenever you create a service connection with Oracle integration, you just need a two steps to invoke your integration or the APIs which you have created under Oracle integration, and then you can kick off these integration from the VBCS page on some event. So let's see how to achieve this functionality. So let me just switch back to the Visual Builder. So here I am going to use my existing application which is called whole external application, and I will first create a service connection with my Oracle integration. So here first I will show you I have one REST endpoint. Okay, so this is my REST endpoint which is the post endpoint and which will take the request sample, like first which will take the request in the JSON payload like first name, last name, gender, department, and then email address. And after that, after successfully calling this endpoint, it will send the status back. So I will call this API into my VBCS. Go to the VBCS and then click on a plus button, create a service connection. Here I will use select from catalog action. It will allow me to call the existing API. Click on this and then click on an integration. It will browse all the integration which we have under integration. So here the com.test, right? So my integration under this particular, sorry, close it and you have this select again. So my integration under this com.test, just select it. Just select simply and then create. So ignore this and then create. Okay, service connection cannot be. Okay, so let's just try to refresh this. Okay, so I have just logged out and logged in again, and it will allow me to select it. Okay, now just click on the create button. Once you create it, the title is send data API. It will be based on my endpoint name. I will say my OIC endpoint, for example. Okay, and then you can say the version. If you click on the server here, it will show the server like my OIC, this thing, and then URL. Endpoint you can see from here. This is the endpoint. It is the create and post send API. It will do automatically, and then headers, and then transforms, and then sources. Now just go to the endpoint. You can try to test it as well. Just click and then test it. Request. You can take this request body from here, and then go here and then try to test it. Give a body. I'll say Sundar, and then send. Here you will see Sundar created successfully. So it will append the first name in this particular status. So which means my connection is successful. Just save as sample example, and here you see this has been copied over here. So now your OIC can be called from your VBCS. Now OIC has been successfully configured in the VBCS. Go to the web application. I am going to use the same web application and then click on a plus button, and here I am saying call OIC and then click on a create button. So here what I am going to do, I am going to create a page over here and will put input text on my page. I will search the input text. I will put input text over here, the second input text, third input text. One I will take as an email, and I will take the radio button set. So radio button set will be for my gender. Now here I will say that is for my first name, that will be for my last name, that will be for qualification, sorry, department, and here I will say this is the email address, you can keep as it is, and here I will say gender. So just select this and then you can click on this and then create a static list. Here I will say it is male, male, and then add option. Here I will say female, female, and then say I others. Okay, now you can bring in a single row, just click on the general and then use this row. Okay, now my form has been created. Now I just need to put one button as well, registration. I will say registration. Okay, now registration. Now go back to the variables. I'm going to create a type from my OIC endpoint. Here select service connection ICS com.test send data and then from this post, and then next. Here I am going to use this request only, and then here I will say post user request type. Okay, and then finish. I will create a variable from here. Click on a variable and here I will say get post user var, and then it will be based on my post user request type, and then click on a create. Okay, I have created one variable and then type. Go back to the designer and bind these input boxes with your variable. Here I am saying this will be my first name, this will become my last name. I will bind this with department. I will bind this with email address, and I will bind this with gender. Okay, now that's it. Now I need to fire my endpoint. Just click on this registration and then click on an event and then click generate a OJ action. Okay, now first I need to call this call rest endpoint, which will allow me to call my rest endpoint, and then select endpoint. Here open this service connection and then IC service com test and then enter send data. This is my post API and then select. Okay, now you need to pass the body, just assign it, and this will contain my body, the post user var, and then just drop it on the body and save. Okay, now I wanted to show a notification. Just click on this file notification. Here I will say a message. I will take it from my call rest endpoint. I will take a body and that will be a status. Okay, and then here I will put display mode as a transient, and I will say this will be my input. Okay, now the configuration is completed. So what I have done in this, I have created a service connection with my OIC API. Then I have created another page called OIC, wherein I have created one type with my endpoint and then the variable based on that particular type. After that, I have created a page, right? The my call OIC page, and here I have designed my page, which will take first name, last name, department, email, and then gender. And I have associated all these with the variable. On this registration button, I have created an event which will call my REST endpoint, and after success, it will give me the response. Now just try to run your application. Let it be loaded. Oh, sorry. So I have to change the default page. That's it. Then run. Just try to put some name here. Hemant Kumar IT. I'll say email is Hemant coach yahoo.com, and then I will say mail, and then here you see Hemant created successfully. Now it is coming from your OIC. Now OIC has been called. Same way you can just try to put Anita Kumari operation, say Anita, and I'll say mail, and then registration. Now here you see OIC has been called again, and how quick it is. Now just go back to the integration tracking page and try to refresh this window. Here you will see two instances with Hemant and Anita has been created, and both are successful. So this is how you can recall your OIC integration from the BPCS page. Guys, thank you. Bye-bye.